All right, we are live with the Women's Tampa Bay Kickball Open Pillow Talk podcast. I have four lovely guests with me. I'm going to ask each of you guys to introduce yourselves and let us know which team you'll be playing with this weekend, and also when you'll be starting tournament festivities. So, Caitlin, let's start with you.
Okay, I'm Kate. I play for Raging Cheetahs. I forgot your other question.
When are you starting your tournament festivities?
Oh, I will be down Friday after work.
All right, cool. And
also, I brought my pillow.
And Arlen going down Friday night after work. Partying Saturday until about 11:59 and 2 seconds. Ready to play ball.
All right, I like it. You have a hard cutoff curfew.
Yeah, you gotta have a curfew, man.
Benny?
I'm going down Thursday night. I'm on Lanyap. It's our new team's debut. I don't know if I'm playing because of this, but yeah, I'll be there Thursday at midnight, so I'll still be getting drunk.
All right. A little bit?
I'm playing with the Union, and I will be getting in Friday early afternoon.
All right, awesome. Benny, I was going to give you the floor to say a little bit about your new team, how you were able to build it, and just any kind of plans or expectations you might have.
All right, so with the new rules, we knew that high beams wasn't going to continue, so we decided to go our separate ways. Like Karen joined DMV, Ari joined Lisa Frank, and Nosi's going to Japan. I'm kind of like drawing a blank right now. Oh, Danny joined Lisa Frank too. And so our like the Louisiana girls and the girls in region, we combined with 5 girls from the Plastics and Jenna and Shelby from the Vajays, and then we have a few new girls too. So it looks like a pretty fucking good squad. So
all right, nice.
Yeah.
All right, ladies. So this weekend, 17 teams in Tampa, and 14 of the 17 teams are actually established. It's not only Benny, your team's debut, but I also think it's A1D1 is a new team. Also out of that DMV region. And the rest are all the other 12 established teams have existed this season or the season before. And then 3 availables teams. So interested to hear you guys' thoughts on the strength of the tournament and why you think there's so many established teams coming out to this one. So a little bit, let's start with you.
Oh boy. So yeah, this tournament's pretty deep. I was surprised by the number of established teams compared to availables teams, but I know for us and probably for the other DMV teams, it's been like really shitty weather here. So like we've been practicing indoors for like 4 months now because it's been too cold to play. So we picked a later tournament in hopes to actually have time to start practicing outdoors and get some, good work in before we went to our first tournament. Plus we're coming off losing a couple of veterans. So we've picked up some new girls, working on getting them into the fold. So I have a feeling a lot of the other established teams are kind of in that same position, kind of rebuilding. And then depending where you live, if you don't live in Florida or California or somewhere nice, you have to deal with pretty crappy weather up until now.
Man, that didn't even cross my mind. All right, cool. Caitlin, what do you think about this tournament, the 14 established teams coming?
I was surprised at the amount of established teams as well. if you look at even the rosters of the availables teams, though, and the newer established teams, they're all, I mean, everybody's played forever, it seems like. So I think that it will allow a lot of competition at this tournament. So I'm excited. I'm excited just because I think especially our pool is pretty rough, it seems like. But I'm sure we'll get into that later.
Yeah. All right, cool. Anne, what do you think?
It's Florida. Who doesn't want to go to Florida? I think a lot of people probably fell back on West Palm just because it was earlier in the season, but now it's April. You want to go to Florida, you want to hang out. So that's why we chose Florida. The established teams, I mean, we're trying to get into the fold. I know in Atlanta here, a lot of our leagues are just starting up. So now all of our tournament teams, I think we got Unleashed, All In, Transformers are our 3 major tournament teams. So all of us are going head to head in league every Sunday, and now we get to see who can make it on the national stage.
All right. Okay. Benny, what do you think?
Wait. What was shit? What's the question again?
14 established teams out of 17. Why you think there's so many at this particular tournament and what you think about it?
Oh. Okay, sorry. I don't know why there's so many established teams, but this tournament looks pretty rough. It's like almost like a mini CCC. There's so many good teams here. It was like really hard for me to like even predict who's going to be Elite 8 or Final 4 or whatever. So this is going to be a really good tournament.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, just piggybacking a little bit off of what Anne said, it's a little bit later compared to the West Palm tournament, but I think it is, if you look at the teams that are going, those established teams, a lot of that DMV region, St. Louis, Atlanta, and then the Florida teams. So if you think of all those are pretty dense areas for kickball teams. So it definitely looks like a deep tournament. Do you guys think that there's an advantage or a strategy that established teams use to approach which tournaments they attend to affect their ranking or to get them some reps or any type of approach that is used to select the tournaments? Benny, I'll start with you.
Honestly, there wasn't really an approach for us. We just kind of decided, we just have a spreadsheet and decided like what we can go to. So we didn't really actually have enough for Houston, so we did availables, and we were the Houston Astros, and we had some Shots Fired girls fill in the gaps. And we decided on Tampa, we decided on Atlanta CCC, and then we're trying to decide like one more in there, probably maybe DC, but I'm not sure. But there's really no strategy other than like what people can make.
Cool.
Yeah.
Anne, what do you think?
I know it's the same here for All In. We kind of sit back, see what you guys have available, see other local tournaments that we can do, and just see who we have available that's available to go to these places. We don't really pay attention to rankings, just because when it comes down to CCC, it kind of really doesn't matter. You still have to play your game. So whether you rank first or last doesn't matter. Play your game.
I like it. Caitlin, what do you think?
Yeah, we're the same. Whoever can make what. Luckily, being in Florida, there's usually at least 3 that are pretty drivable. And then obviously CCC. So we're lucky in that fact, I guess. I know that there are quite a few girls that are playing on some availables, so that will be exciting to get just the cheetah girls out there. But
awesome. Well,
I mean, yeah, we have a small roster, so it is, based on availability, but we also tried to space out our tournaments so we weren't sitting for long months of time in between which tournaments we went to. So,
all right, cool. All right, so Caitlin alluded to it a little bit, but we do have 3 pools this coming weekend. I'm going to start backward with the pool that she named. This is Pool C. It's the only pool with 5 teams, which means each team plays one another. And let's see. Benny, I'm going to let you talk about it a little bit first, since your team's in it as well. You'd be matching up against Unleashed, VJs, Raging Cheetahs, and Beast Mode Barbies. And just any notable matchups you might be interested in seeing. And then if you think that the way that the pools fall do have an impact on how the outcomes of a tournament happen.
So actually, when I was predicting it, I did not predict us to be in this pool at all. But I think it looks like I'm not upset at all. I think it looks pretty good. It's gonna be a really tough pool, but I think like I know Unleashed VJs are really tough teams, and I know that Raging Cheetahs and Beast Mode Barbies are up and coming, and they've improved a lot. So we're not going to take like any game not seriously. We have 14 girls going, and well, maybe like now 13 because of me, but I still plan on doing offense only at least, and I see us doing pretty well. Like, do you know how many are advancing? 12.
12.
Yeah, I see us for sure advancing and doing well. But this is gonna be new for us because this is like we just started playing with each other. Some of the High Beams girls and the Plastics girls in Houston, it was our first time playing together, like at an actual tournament. And then we have some girls missing from Houston, and then we have some other girls that are going to be there that are brand new. So it's going to be pretty good. I'm looking forward to it.
Good. Caitlin, any thoughts about that pool? You guys are in it as well.
Yeah, it will definitely be interesting. Obviously, the rematch with VJs from West Palm, that's one we're looking forward to. I know that they were on really tired legs when we played them. And at that point in the day, I felt like we had shaken off quite a bit of the dust, but yeah, I mean, they're a tough team. So it'll be interesting to see how we match up again this time. We haven't seen Unleashed since last year. How do you say the team name? We were trying to lag.
Oh, sorry. Lanyap. It's French.
What is it?
Lanyap.
Lanya. Okay, that's not even close to where we were.
With a P at the end.
I was like, lag nappy. Anyway, so you know, I think that you guys are gonna be strong as well. Man, Beast Mode Barbies probably has had enough of us, and we could probably say the same. We've played them so many times. Obviously not taking anybody lightly. Just as she said.
All right. A little bit, I'm going to let you talk about Pool B a little bit, since your team is in there. That's Union, DMV 18, Silent Pressure, which is one of the 3 availables teams, Life's a Pitch, Tampa Bays, and Set It Off, which is the other one of the other availables teams.
All right. So Pool B is interesting in that I would say Union, DMV 18, Silent Pressure, and Life's a Pitch all play a pretty similar bunt heavy, rely on speed kind of game. So it'll be interesting. We're very familiar with DMV 18. We play with a lot of those girls locally. I'm interested to see Silent Pressure. I know they have 5 of the Shots Fired girls. They have a girl from Lisa Frank. They've got a couple of girls from I think it was 99 Problems and Untouchables. So they should have a very fast, very good team. Tampa Bays, I've never played them. I think they're a relatively new team, and I don't believe we play Set It Off, and they are a mostly new team that I think is, I don't even know where I put it on my notes, but they are mostly based off of 99 Problems and Untouchable.
Great. And I'm going to give you the Pool A as you are in it. Pool A is Bombshells, All In, A1D1, Transformers, TMNT, and Crazy Pitches. TMNT is that third and final available spot.
Pool A is a beast. I hate this pool. Literally. Thank you, Kickball 365, for putting us in the toughest pool. I feel when you have a national champion runner-up and Bombshells who never, ever, ever, ever give up. No matter how many times you punch them in the mouth, they just find a way to keep coming. You have All In, A1D1. Just looking at the names, I think that's a St. Louis team. So a lot of speed, a lot of athleticism. Transformers out of Atlanta, another speedy, athletic team. Don't know much about Crazy Pitches, but I'm pretty sure they're crazy. So it's gonna be a rough day. I mean, for everybody, like all the pools have solid teams, and it's gonna be a long day.
Yeah, I kind of have the same take on it. I'll say that, I mean, looking at all of the pools, there's a lot of big matchups. And I think that there's some like 5 and 6 ranked teams within the pools that can actually come out into that top 12. So we'll start getting into those predictions in a little bit. But we've actually come to our first round of Marry, Fuck, Kill. So I try and pick a theme each and every time. And so for the first round, that there will be 2 total rounds. We're looking at very, very tall first basemen. So your first option is Joey off of Relax. Then we've got Gage. Gage was on the Bombays. He's actually one of the captains on my new Southern California team, Word. And then we have Ian from Flying V. So these are those long, lanky first basemen. Once again, you have Joey, you have Gage, and you have Ian as your 3 choices. And Anne, you get to start us off.
Jeez. I guess I'll go with the guy from VJ's. Let's see. He's close by, so I can't kill him. His family will come for me. Guess I'll marry him. I'll fuck the California guy. And what do I have left? I'm married, I fuck. I'm killing the other guy.
Yeah, you're killing Joey. All right. Sorry, Joey, you're gone. Little bit, you're up next.
Let's see. Well, I love Ian. He's a total sweetheart. I think I will marry him. Definitely love those tall guys. I don't know Gage or Joey, but I like Gage's name, so I will fuck him. And I'm sorry, Joey, but you're gonna have to go.
All right, 2 kills for Joey. Benny?
All right, this is pretty easy. I don't know Gage, so I can automatically kill him. Like, I'm sure he's cool, but I don't know him. And Ian is cool guy, but like he's like way too quiet. There was one time he got hurt in one of our games, kind of, and then I looked at him and I kept being like, "Are you okay, Ian?" And he kept ignoring me, and I was like, "Okay, fuckhead." And so someone else asked him if he was okay, and he was like, "Yeah, man, I'm fine." And I was like, "Fuck you, dude." So I guess we'll fuck him. And then Joey, I like Joey. He's fucking awesome, cool ass dude. So I'd marry him because I think we'd have the most fun.
All right. Caitlin?
Oh god.
So I don't know any of these guys. I know who the guy from VJ, like I know of him. So I guess I'll marry him. The I'm gonna kill Joey, and not because it's the theme, but because that was my very first crush's name. So we're gonna kill him, and then I guess I'm gonna fuck Gage. Is that the other name?
Not looking good for Joey. And to piggyback on that, I'm actually also going to kill Joey. He doesn't know walk-up song etiquette and likes to play his music while you're not supposed to be playing it. I will marry Ian. He's a police officer, so feel nice and protected. And I will end up sleeping with my own teammate Gage. All right. We're going to segue real abruptly right into your top 8 teams. The way this tournament's going to fall is out of those 17 teams in the 3 pools, there's going to be 12 that emerge. The top 4 will have a first round bye, which means teams 5 through 12 will play one another to get those last 4 spots. So I'm going to let you guys decide however you came up with your picks. You can just list your top 8. You can talk a little bit about who you think they might fall to, notable matchups, as much or as little commentary as you feel comfortable with. And Caitlin, I'll start with you. What that Elite 8 is going to look like in Tampa.
So this obviously, I think we've already talked about it. I think it's going to be a really tough tournament for every pool. So picking the top 8 was tough. I feel like there's some good up and coming teams that may get left out just because of how deep the tournament is. I think I watched Tampa Bay's play in West Palm, and I thought that they started and meshed really well. But I'm a little worried for their schedule. So I guess here we go. Top 8. I'm gonna say Bombshells. A1. Jesus, I can't even I don't even know. I'm really unprepared. Sorry. So I think that we'll make it out. Raging Cheetahs, VJs. I don't know about Unleashed. I think that they're the top. They're obviously the top seed in that one, but I think they'll make it out. But I don't know about top 8. Looking for an upset there. I don't know about Pool B. You should segue to the next.
All right. I'll keep going. We got some picks in there at least.
Yes,
And what's your top 8 look like?
Out of Pool A, I have Bombshells all in. I'm gonna go A1D1 out of that pool. In Pool B, I'm gonna go Union, DMV 18, and Silent Pressure. Pool C, I got Unleashed and Flying VJs.
All right. So the top 3, and top 2 out of each of those 3 pools.
Yeah.
All right, Benny?
Okay, so I picked an Elite 8, but I didn't pick which ones are from the pools because I forgot to really look at that part.
That's okay.
Can I just pick my 8?
Yeah, for sure.
I have Bombshells, Unleashed. I know Unleashed looks like they're missing a few people, but they still have J Will, and I think they'll still be Elite 8. VJs, Union, Silent Pressure, DMV, TMNT, and Lanyap. I wanted to pick All In too, but I just there's 2 and A1D1, but I don't fucking know. It's hard.
Back tournament. All right, a little bit.
I have Bombshells, Union, VJs, Unleash, Silent Pressure, Lanyap, TMNT, and All In.
All right. I've got really similar picks to you guys, so I'll just kind of add in that 12. I think there's a few teams that can shake it up in that like 9, 10, 11, 12 spot. I have TMNT, Crazy Pitches, DMV, and A1D1 all mixed in. I think Crazy Pitches might surprise some people. They have a few players, especially in their triangle, that I think are up and coming, and people maybe missed them in West Palm, but if they did, they'll probably notice them in this tournament. But otherwise, I think that I've got a pretty similar shakeout as you guys. VJ's, Bombshells, Union. I think Unleashed will sneak in, but not as the top seed from their pool. Silent Pressure, DMV 18, Lanyap, and Life's a Pitch. But like you guys said, definitely some crazy competition. And that leads me to the next question. Is there a strategy when it comes to roster size for tournaments? Obviously, availables have an actual cap of 15 players, but for established teams, there really isn't a limit. So interested to know what you guys think about roster size and how it plays a part in the outcome. Lil Bit, I'll start with you.
All right. So I used to play on a team that used to roll with about like 18 to 20 girls to every tournament. And now with the Union, we typically roll with like 12 to 14. And I definitely prefer somewhere in between 12 to 14. I think 12 is a little low. I think somewhere between like 13 or 14 is the perfect amount to keep people fresh, but also turn over that lineup fast enough. I think when you have a roster of 20 people, you have to switch in people a lot. You do have the subs, but then, you know, there's a lot of people just sitting on the sidelines. And I definitely prefer somewhere in the middle of 13 to 14 players.
Cool. Benny?
I agree with her. I saw that. Oh my God, sorry, I got the burps. I saw that there was a few teams that had like 20 girls, and I think that's like super excessive. Like, that's just a lot. I mean, I know even in Houston, when I was trying to like help out our coaches and let them know what girls could be in, that was even a lot to me. I was just having like 14 and trying to make sure everyone got like enough playing time. But 20, I'd be like fuck that. I can't do it. So I think somewhere between 12 and 14 is like a really good number, because it allows everyone to like get enough playing time and have offense rolling and everything. And one more thing is that I wanted to just like say thank you, Allie, for ordering me this pizza. But that's it.
Anne, what do you think about roster size?
Definitely 20 is excessive. I just look at the only team that I know that I've seen that many people on the sidelines, like shots fired, but they still only play like maybe 12 to 13 normally. All in normally carries anywhere from 11 to 12 players to a tournament. Whether that's by design or the fact that people don't sign up, it kind of works for us. Our coaches do a great job of keeping people in that need to be in. I think when you start carrying 14, 15 people, and with the way the game's going, some people get upset because they've paid their funds, they've traveled, and they don't get the playing time that they need. So it kind of helps to avoid all of that by not having 20 people rosters.
Caitlin, anything else?
So I'm on the opposite end of the spectrum. Cheetahs usually roll deep with about 18, 19 girls. I think the idea behind the big roster size was to make sure that we could get to enough tournaments to make sure that we could go into CCC with a strong team who's at least played together. It definitely gets tough with playing time. I do not envy our captains whatsoever. But I do know, like, for example, in West Palm, we did cut the, is that good? We did cut the roster size to, I think, down to 15, just to kind of, you know, make sure people were getting more reps in the elims. But yeah, it's definitely a struggle, I know, for our captains to hold that many players, but I think it's important for us to make sure that we've got enough players. And hey, if you're not playing well, then you can be rolled to the bottom of the lineup or just not play. So it's what it is. But yeah.
All right, cool. Okay, you guys. Interested to know about women. Maybe they're coming to this tournament, maybe they're not. Women who are outfield studs. So outfielders have an interesting job in kickball because sometimes they can be out there without much action at all, and sometimes they can be some game savers. So again, just give a shout out about a couple women. Doesn't matter if they're coming or not. If you know their team, maybe mention that and give them a little love. Anne, anyone in particular?
I gotta give a shout out to my outfielders. We got Boom, Sweet, Bomb, myself at times. Definitely those outfielders, but an outfielder that I know can cover tremendous ground comes from Unleashed Greta. There's really no way to kind of keep the ball away from her unless you're gonna shoot a rocket out there. Other than that, I don't know much about any of the other outfielders. I just know that those outfielders are solid.
Cool. Little bit.
I have Molly from Bombshells. She'll freaking climb a fence if she has to make the out. I have Ali Segura, also insane outfielder. Love playing next to her. April from my team is always a lockdown outfielder. And then Small World from Vijay's. She can just cover so much ground. She makes some catches. I'm like, how did she get there? So
nice. Those are good ones. Caitlin?
I also had the girl from Bombshells,
Molly.
Yeah, Molly. I've seen her catch some that I just anyway. Also want to give a shout out to my outfielders, obviously. Heather Griswold will literally destroy her legs for a ball. And she will never stand straight up to catch it. It's always like, even if it's right to her, tumbling. Love the girl. Plus she keeps everybody pumped up. So yeah, love her.
Great. Benny?
I'm gonna name a few that might not be as well known to or on my team. One is Rachel Gordon. She came from the Plastics, and then Potsy. Her name's like Brittany Chasson or some shit, but her old name was Potts before she got married, and she's just like raw talent. She's pretty new to the game still, and she's one of those that'll like dive like Tara and Becca. And the other one is Ree from Shots Fired. Her real name's Aria. She's just like solid as fuck. She is such a good outfielder. Yeah.
Nice. You guys had a lot of the women that I was thinking about. Also, I didn't know her name, but the right fielder on Life's a Pitch. I don't think I've ever seen her stay upright for a ball. She doesn't miss much. Erin from Sins, she's great in the outfield. She can really get to anything. And then I think like it's worth talking about. Benny just mentioned them, but Tara and Becca, I don't think anyone ever wants to kick a ball near them. So very good choices. That is going to take us right to our second round of Marry, Fuck, Kill. And yes, round two. So for this round, there are some individuals who have switched from one team to another this year, and whether they have made their debut or not. Or sorry, actually, these are all people that have not yet made their debut. But it's at least known that they are switching teams. So I'm going to show you your three options. And your first is the very infamous Young Runner. Most Wanted to El Guapo. So that is one of your choices. Your next choice is Kyle Tyson, formerly of Sick. He has yet to make his debut on The Situation. And last but not least, formerly on the Big D, which is no longer a squad and unconfirmed where this individual will land, we have Tara as your third choice. So once again, you have Young Runner, Tyson, and Tara as your choices for Marry, Fuck, Kill. All right, Benny, you seem to like him. You go for it.
Oh my God. Holy shit. All right. Well, this is kind of tough though. But I know for sure I would marry Tara because like I'm coolest with her. She's fucking badass, and we would just be like laughing all the time and drinking Mick Ulches and shit. And then I'd marry her, but like not do anything. So like her girlfriend Jess would still just like hang out with us and stuff. And oh my God, the other two.
Oh,
That upset about the choices.
didn't want to do it. Right, we'll come back to Benny if she gets back on. Caitlin.
I would probably, so I'm married, so I'd probably marry Tara. She can, hang out with. I don't know her, but I'm sure she's great. I would, oh geez. I would, so I would probably.
You finish up, I'll go after.
Okay. I would probably kill Tyson, and I guess that leaves Young Runner.
That's made Young Runner's entire life. Very good. All right. You know that you married Tara, and then we lost you from the podcast.
Yeah, I accidentally like hit the X button. I don't know what. This arm just has a mind of its own. This is real hard because I think I guess I have to fuck Tyson, and and then there's someone else, one of my good friends, that would be like would want me to kill Tyson, maybe, but not anymore. She doesn't care anymore. But like, oh God, I'll kill Young Runner because like I've seen him. He can't handle his alcohol, and like that would just be that wouldn't work out,
All right, you got through it. Anne.
You guys think you know my answer, don't you?
I don't know shit.
Oh, I guess I'm gonna marry Tara. We both have girlfriends apparently, so that'll work. We'll have to change up too much. I'm going to fuck Tyson just because he looks like he makes good babies. And Young Runner has to go. It's just dead.
All right. 2 kills for Young Runner, but he had a good night with Caitlin. A little bit, you're up.
Everybody gets one shot.
All right. I'll shake things up. I won't shake things up that much. I will kill Young Runner. I will marry Tyson, and I will fuck Tara, and we will have beautiful super babies together.
I like it. Yeah, I think mine doesn't differ from too many. I follow suit what Benny said. I definitely want to marry Tara. She's worth spending a lot of time with. I definitely want to kill a Young Runner. I could do without any other social media post that has my name tagged in it for the rest of my life. And that only leaves me to sleep with Tyson. I promise 2 rounds of Marry, Fuck, Kill is all we have on the podcast. But we are now down to the end of the tournament talk. So we've talked about our top 8 teams. I'm interested to know who you guys think will make it to those semifinal matchups, those final 4. And a little bit, let's start with you.
Okay, wow. The final 4 was definitely tough to narrow down. with all these established teams coming in. What I have is Bombshells. I think they're going to be, this is a home tournament for them. They've got Becca back, even though she should be taking it easy. I'll believe it when I see it. And they'll be in full strength. They've got one win under their belt. I think they're definitely a easy top 4 pick. Then I have us, the Union. We have a pretty full roster, a couple new girls, but I think we've been working hard. I think we'll be able to make it through to the top 4. My next pick is the Jays. It was definitely a tough draw between the Jays, Unleashed, and Lanyap. I think the Jays, for them, they've gone to multiple tournaments and they're doing well each tournament. They had a finals appearance, semifinals appearance in Houston, and this will actually be their biggest roster they're going with. And I think they've had to keep rotating people through, especially when they had 9 people. They'll have 12 girls. They should be able to rest up some of their starters a little better. So I think they'll be another threat in the top 4. And then my final pick is Silent Pressure. They have, top 5 shots fired girl who are all very, very good. And I think it'd be silly not to include them in there.
All right. Caitlin, yours look any different than that?
My only difference is I put VJs, or I put Cheetahs in. I left out the Union and put in DMV and Bombshells and VJs. That's my final 4.
All right. VJs, DMV, Raging Cheetahs, and Bombshells.
Yeah.
All right. Benny?
Okay, so I have Bombshells for sure. I have Union, Silent Pressure, and then ourselves, Lanyap. I also really wanted to put VJs, but I only had 4 spots, so that was just a toss up.
All right.
Yeah.
Anne?
I got Bombshells, Silent Pressure, Unleashed, and the Union.
Okay. Yeah, mine wasn't too much different. I actually do have Unleashed in there. I kept Silent Pressure out only because when I did the matchups, I had them matching up with Union in the Elite 8. So I've got Unleashed, Union, Bombshells, and VJs, some of those top seeds. All right, we're down towards the end of the podcast where you'll be able to say your finals and the winner. But before we do that, we're going to play one game of categories based on Florida professional sports teams. And just so that you guys get the feel of categories, it's just where I've already given you the actual category. You name it one at a time. And then if you can't name it, you're done. Or if you name one wrong. So we'll do a little practice round just of like pizza toppings. So that you get a feel for it, and then we'll jump right into Florida professional sports teams. So the order will always be the same. It'll go a little bit, Benny, and Caitlin. After Caitlin, it goes right back to a little bit. So you just name one pizza topping. This is your practice round. Once you do it, your next person goes until someone cannot name it, and then we go down. You guys good?
Uh-huh.
All right. Lil Bit, you're up first. This is just your practice round of pizza toppings.
Pineapple.
Oh. Pepperoni.
Sausage.
Banana peppers.
Jesus. Tomatoes.
What did Caitlin say?
Sausage.
She said sausage. Okay, mushrooms. You know I hate them.
Is it me? Pepperoni.
Cheese.
I already said pepperoni though.
Yep. All right.
I didn't hear it.
All right. Now we're gonna go backwards in the order. Caitlin, then Ann, then Benny, then Little Bit. Professional sports teams from Florida. Caitlin, starting with you.
Jaguars.
All right.
Marlins.
What'd she say?
Marlins.
Oh, Tampa Bay Bucks.
Should I go?
A little bit.
Miami Dolphins.
All right.
Is it any sports teams?
Yeah.
Professional.
Oh, professional. Heat. Miami Heat.
Orlando Magic.
Whew.
Lightning, the hockey team.
Yep.
That's about it, isn't it?
I already said that. Damn it, Eric. What did you even hear?
Oh, man. All right. Little Bit. You took a fall. There actually are a couple more teams that were not named. I won't count it against you since Little Bit already took the loss for this, but if you'd like to name them, feel free to show off your sports knowledge.
Orlando City.
Nice. There's the cool. I don't think anyone said the Tampa Bay Rays.
No, we didn't say that.
All right. All right, sorry, a little bit. You are the official loser of that game, which means you get to tell us your final two matchup first and then the winner of the tournament this Sunday.
All right. My final two are Bombshells against the Union. And I think that I'm going to go with Bombshells. Because every time we match up against them, they seem to find our holes, and they're already coming. Like I said, they have probably the most full roster out of all the teams coming. It'll still be a very good matchup, but they fight back, and so they'll be a tough team to beat this tournament.
Right. All right. Bombshells for a little bit. Caitlin, who do you have?
I have Bombshells and VJs, and I have VJs taking it this time.
All right. Benny?
I have Bombshells and Union and Bombshells taking it. And like, you know how like a lot of people in past podcasts always want to like pick their team and it's kind of lame. Well, there was like 2 times in 2016 where I picked High Beams, like, and then we got Final Four because I picked them. So then I was like, well, if I pick us Final Four and not the like champion, then maybe it's like opposite logic that does, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hopefully saying it out loud doesn't ruin your strategy. Anne.
I have Bombshells and Unleashed. And I have Unleashed taking it again. Rematch of the semis last year.
Nice. I have the VJs and the Union in that last matchup. I don't have any skin in the game, but I actually think that after 2 tournaments and coming close, I think this is, it's going to go to the VJs. I think that they're coming in at top strength, and I think that they're going to end up getting some matchups to take them right there to the finals to take it. But interested to hear how everybody does this weekend. This is now your chance, ladies, to say anything before you sign off for the final seconds minute of the podcast here.
Good luck to everyone traveling. Have fun, be safe, use protection. No babies.
Thanks, Ann. Anybody else?
No, but if anyone wants to buy me a drink because they feel sorry for me, that'd be cool.
All All right, ladies, you were awesome guests. Thanks so much. Best of luck this weekend, and I'll look forward to hearing how everybody does.
Thanks.
Yeah.
Stacey.
Bye.